and you will see greater abominations that they are doing. So he brought me at the door of the north gate of the Lord's house, and to my dismay, woman was sitting there weeping for Tammuz. Who's Tammuz? Well, interestingly enough, Tammuz was this god from their captivity in Babylonia. And I remember during my time as Luciferian, witch, whatever, like I went through, the ultimate phase was then Luciferianism. But Tammuz was many times likened to Jesus, because they say that the mother of heaven is is the mother of Tammuz, and many times in Catholicism they refer to Mother Mary, which I believe is evil, as the mother of heaven. It's evil how they have inverted everything. But when we actually search here and we say like Tammuz, you know, he's Tammuz is compared to Jesus in terms of dying and resurrection, etc., etc. And so what is absolutely evil about this is the inversion of this Tammuz figure, because Tammuz didn't sacrifice himself the way that Jesus Christ sacrificed himself out of love. Tammuz was killed in a fit of jealousy by his lover. And interestingly enough, she resurrected him using his penis. And this is where we get the obelisk from. When you ask yourself, wherever you go, to monuments, to places that the government eschews, and many churches, which is very weird. And I do not believe that that is biblical. And this obelisk, which is the penis of Tammuz, which is the sun god, is plain to see. And it's so interesting when listening to Candace Owens's latest podcast, when looking at Baal, Tammuz, etc., and we see about the excavations that happened in Iraq, where they found the remains of Nimrod. Nimrod, interestingly enough, built the Tower of Babel. He wanted to reach to heaven without God's help. No, no, no. It's all me. He's the first Mason. That is why it is venerated so deeply throughout our culture, to venerate Masonry, to venerate the obelisk, because it is man's ambition against God. Even this book, Ascension Now, is all about what we could do to ascend. And this is what God says is so evil in his temple, because it is not true Judaism being practiced. People are using the name of Yahweh in vain, and they are practicing witchcraft to other gods while garnering the support of Christians worldwide by saying that we need to support the state of Israel. When we see now the Epstein Files is just full of Epstein speaking to many other world leaders in terms of finance and politics, and speaking to them about the Goyim, which is every non-Jew. But the Bible says that God is not a respecter of man. In James, we hear that we shouldn't treat anybody with disfavor. Shouldn't say to a poor person, sit here, and a rich person, sit there. So how does that work then? How does that work with true biblical Judaism? Because that is what the story of the Bible is a redemptive story from Judaism all the way through, where God has given the Jewish people their Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ.